Hello and welcome back to BlueTube. Today I think we're going to touch on the game last night in our 4-0 win against Cambridge, whilst also looking ahead to our game this weekend against Charlton at home. So I'll throw over to you. You're going to be leading it today, aren't you? So
as always.
I think we could. It's rare these days. I think we can just touch on that game first of all against Cambridge, because that was quite a decent victory off the back of what must have been a shattering performance against Newcastle.
Yeah, I know some people like to see the vlog, so apologies we didn't get down, but I did warn you that like we'd work and that I might not be able to get there, and I didn't make it down to the game last night. Got to work, unfortunately, but we're here to talk about it. So
Absolutely.
But we managed to watch it still, didn't we? And, good game, considering
The one that we miss as well, 4-0.
Surprised me, to be fair. We played probably the strongest team we possibly could. Paik was back.
That did surprise me. Good to see Paik back, but I didn't expect all of that. You know, the Dowells, Stansfield, Anderson starting as well.
There's a lot we can talk about, isn't there? Because it's all positives. I don't think we got out of second gear, and we didn't need to.
No.
Cambridge just like, God, they're struggling.
They were one of the worst teams to come to St Andrews this year for me.
Yeah, and like I say, I don't think we needed to push it much at all. We just sort of, in fact, I think I said to you at one point, it was like a training match, wasn't it? To be fair, some of the passing was lovely. It was a little bit sloppy in places because we weren't really. And this is going to sound awful, but we weren't really trying. We didn't look like we were. It did have that, especially the first like 20-odd, 25 minutes, just like passing the ball about and a few sloppy misplaced passes, but then when we started scoring it looked like it was going to be an absolute hatful.
Yeah,
and I think 4-0 was the right reflection in the end, to be honest. But some cracking goals.
I think a few people have mentioned about Stanley missing the penalty and that it's always going to happen.
We called it.
I'm glad in this game.
I'll tell you what, yes, it was right.
It's going to be any game he's going to miss.
He's going to miss penalties, and it resets it now. So mentally, I think it's probably a good thing for him.
Yeah, totally agree.
I think he was frustrated not scoring in open play, but it's a goal. A goal's a goal. He's on 15 goals for the season.
So yeah, he's matched Louis Barry's, and he's one behind Kone for Wickham.
The guy's just doing it. He's magic, and what he does for the club, and that belief that he brings down there, and just his enthusiasm, his work rate. He's got everything for me.
Top tier. Yeah, absolutely.
For me.
Anything else that we want to mention about the game? I thought we saw one of the better goals that we scored so far this season, with Dowell's first goal for the club, just in terms of a team build-up.
Movement. What was it? Fluid football.
Liquid football.
Liquid football. That was fluid. Sounds better actually. Should we start calling it that? Maybe not. Yeah, it was beautiful, wasn't it? Such a lovely passing move. Stop smiling. Yeah.
It's just a donut, aren't you? Yeah. But yeah, no, it was. It was a really, really good goal.
Yeah, really nice. Dowell is absolutely. We're singing his praises every time we do this, aren't we? But Dowell is really on fire, isn't he?
I know you maybe some people could say that you're calling it too early, but I think you just know when you've got a good player on your hands.
Say it as it is. If he's playing well, we'll call it out. He's playing well.
He's a brilliant player.
Did anyone not turn up yesterday? I don't think so, really.
No, I think everyone played their part really well.
Yeah.
Like you said, I don't think we got out of second gear. I think it was clear, it looked like they were wearing their tiredness, to be honest. You could see that they were a little bit shattered, some of the players.
I think maybe Allsop should have probably bought his deck chair, maybe, because he didn't have to do a lot. Do you want some stats from the game?
Yeah, go on then, if you got them.
Yeah, I did put a few together because I thought it'd... some people like it. 24 total shots against 2. 12 of which were on target. 700 passes to their 220. We had 2 clear-cut chances. 11 corners. It actually felt like more than 11 corners because it just felt like it was having corner after corner. 2 offsides to their 1. 9 saves for them. So it could have been more goals.
A lot of the shots on target were straight at the keeper.
There was a few yellow cards for them. Three for them, 1 for us. But you know what? I do want to say something about the ref. Yes, I thought he was all right. I thought he did well.
Well, when you don't really notice a ref, then that usually...
Yeah, to be fair, yeah. But I thought definitely the first penalty... But I thought the second one was a bit soft, but take it, obviously. But
it was all over the back of Stansfield.
He was,
the ball. If he wasn't over the back of Stansfield, he was sweeping with his right foot and having a go at goal.
I think it was a penalty, but look, it's Blues. We don't usually get decisions Do we? So that's just literally just to go through. We are top of the league. I say we are top of the league on 66 points, and they're right down in the bottom with I don't know.
I said it in our pre-match. I do feel sorry for Cambridge at the moment. I didn't mind Gary Monk and.
Did anyone that was there? What was the like the response to Gary Monk?
Curious about this, weren't you?
Down there was.
What was his reception?
Yeah, I'd like to see. If anyone knows, just pop it on the comments for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was nice to be able to watch it on Sky Plus, thank God. But yeah, I mean, we are season ticket holders, so we normally are down there, and it's unlike us to miss a game, but unfortunately work
it happens.
does take over sometimes.
Don't stress too much.
But yeah, all in all, cracking result, really good. Moving forward now to Charlton.
And we owe them one, don't we?
We owe Charlton big time, don't we? Yes. Be interesting. Back at St Andrews again on Saturday. Charlton are fifth in the league, aren't they? They're doing all right, to be fair. This is going to be a tricky game, especially they're going to come and expect to be able to turn us over again. They will. That's how they're going to set up.
Well, they did a really good job of it in the reverse fixture, didn't they? But I think we were still finding our feet then, because that was in October, wasn't it? And we were still gelling as a squad. We're certainly not the team we was then that we are now. Playing in our own backyard as well, and our record speaks for itself. I'm confident.
On the back of two really good games as well. Okay, we didn't win against Newcastle, but we played bloody well against them, and 4-0 against, as we just said, Cambridge. But the form for Charlton is pretty decent over the last few games. I'll put that up now. So let's have a look at it. Let's go through. Win against Peterborough 2-1, against Stevenage 2-0 at home. Both of them were at home for them. Draw against Blackpool 2-2, so they're scoring goals away.
And conceded.
A home win against Bristol 2-0. A home win against Shrewsbury 1-0. And an away win against Bolton 2-1. That's their most recent form, so it's decent form.
But you speak about Bristol, Shrewsbury, Peterborough in there. The only standout for me was, I suppose, the Stevenage result. Stevenage aren't doing too bad. Other than that, they've been playing teams that are really dogging down there. Good
form, though, Ben, to be fair. Do you know what I mean? And they'll want to just keep, like we do. They'll want to keep it going. They're pushing for promotion themselves. But like you say, we owe them. We proper owe them, and I really hope we give it back with a bit of interest, to be honest with you.
Well, they've got a few star players, haven't they?
Well, we were talking about this earlier, weren't we? Matty Godden, he scored in the 1-0 their win against us in October 5th.
Yeah. Said that earlier.
Yeah, Matty Godden, who now, most recently, 20... Oh, God, it never shows me the exact figure on this. I think it's 26 appearances, 10 goals with 1 assist.
Yeah.
And then there's Luke Berry, one of their midfielders, who's half decent for them, getting good ratings. 28 appearances, 5 goals and 3 assists.
Oh, I'm putting this on you now because I know that you've done this beforehand. But how's Chuck Sanike getting on?
He's scored a goal for them this season. He's doing really well.
Great then. Oh, brilliant.
Yeah. Yeah, he's as he was for Blues.
Oh, fair enough.
It probably came off his backside or something when he did for Blues.
The only reason why I bring that up now is because when we did this pretty-much, I think it was our first video that we did on a game. It was Charlton.
Yes,
Spoke about Chuck Sanike. A little thumbnail that we made for that. Way back when we were just really mucking about, weren't we? But yeah, it's interesting. It's come.
Look how far it's come now.
I know. Yeah, it did make me think about that. Yeah. But anyway, sorry to cut you off. Carry on.
So do this where we. This is going to feel like deja vu again. Keep doing this. It's not Ruddy, but play for both teams. Michael Morrison,
right?
Who we just played against Cambridge. Played for Blues, obviously, defender. Also played for Charlton. He had 183 matches for Charlton Athletic over 4 seasons. No, sorry, I beg your pardon. 138 matches for Charlton over 4 seasons.
Just quickly on Michael Morrison yesterday. He looked like he was pulling his hair out for Cambridge.
But he's still half decent, isn't he? But he was on his own.
Decent player, but it just seems like he's really trying to manage a group of players that just don't really give a toss about it, to be honest. Anyway, sorry.
That's all
Coming
right.
across you again, and I.
Brian Hughes, who was with Blues for 8 seasons, 248 matches, and then he had 3 seasons for Charlton, 74 matches. Lee Bowyer,
Okay.
as we know, 3 seasons for Blues, and he had 4 seasons for Charlton.
Did he
Athletic.
manage Charlton before coming to the Blues?
No, I don't think so. I'm trying to think now.
Have I just made that up?
Possibly, but if you say it loud enough, people will believe it.
Yeah, with enough conviction.
Nicky Forster, you probably don't remember him.
Not
He was
at
a nice
all.
little striker he was back in the day. 4 seasons for Blues and a season for Charlton. Roger Johnson,
Cracking
defender
player.
extraordinaire.
Yeah.
2 seasons for Blues. That feels like it was more, doesn't it?
I know, yeah, it's quite odd, that is.
Yeah.
Seems like he had longer.
And 3 seasons for Charlton Athletic.
Right.
So, some half-decent players mentioned there, to be fair.
But when players make such a big splash, though, it seems like you got them forever. Kevin Phillips is another one, isn't he? Because when I was a kid and we had Kevin Phillips, he was such a good player, so memorable. I thought we had him for ages.
Yeah, it does. It leaves that impression on your mind. But more up to date is Alfie May.
Of course, yes.
Yeah, so he
Absolutely.
didn't feature last night.
Which really surprised me, because usually what Davis likes to do is he takes Stansfield off around the hour mark, around the 70th minute, but he left him on. And I thought Alfie May would have got a little bit of a cameo.
Yeah, I did think Stano had a good game. I would have liked to have seen it, but I'd like to see Alfie May against
It's
Charlton.
assuming he was on the bench, by the way, I can't remember.
Yeah, I just hope he's not got a knock again, because it's nice because people are telling us what the knocks are. Like I didn't realise Taylor Gardner-Hickman
Neither did I.
had a knock, and someone let us know. So that's good. So keep the news coming, guys, because it's nice to share the facts. Here's a couple of facts about Charlton for you. Talking about facts, their club was founded in 1905, so fairly recent.
You were celebrating your 13th birthday.
14th, and have been a member of the Football League since 1921.
Right.
Charlton Athletic is a football stadium from the southeast of London. Their best result in the top division is a second place in 1937. This isn't a footballing person that wrote this, not me.
That sounded like it made sense to me.
Yeah, but it just doesn't read well. They won the FA Cup in 1947. The club is also known under the nickname the On the Spot Addicts.
Never would have got that. You could have left
Did you
me
not
here
know
for
that?
a while. No.
Okay. Leads us on, and it's been quite short. We've gone through this like a dose of salt, haven't we? Leading on to what do we think Blues going to be putting forward then? Because whatever we come up with is going to be totally the opposite.
Just before that though,
go
because
on.
we've got to know what we're dealing with. We've got a few injuries that we just need to recap. Taylor Gardner-Hickman. I just want to say on
I'm
Leonard.
going to incorporate that both together. Yeah, I've got
Well,
that
I've
bit
just
here.
ruined it all for you, haven't I? He said on his match reaction against Cambridge yesterday, which is some good news. There's no structural damage to Leonard.
Yeah, that
it's
was
just-
really nice to hear. But did you see that picture of the gash on his knee?
Yeah, it didn't look nice, did it?
Yeah.
Didn't look nice.
And do you know what? I'm not going to dig up any dirt, but Newcastle fans going on about how dirty we are.
And then they're the
Get
ones who end
a
up putting in a
grip.
tackle like that. Yeah.
Get an absolute grip. All it was that the ref was just whistling for our bloody.
I do agree.
indiscrepancies, really.
I do agree in
What, they were a dirty team and
No,
they're comparing
no.
us to Wimbledon of the 80s.
we were more physical than Newcastle were, but I feel like we have to be more physical to make up for the lack of quality. They're a Premier League team. They're gonna have more quality. We've got to make that up. But to say that we're a dirty team,
We
is
weren't.
kind of a step
There was
too
no
far.
dirtiness about it. There was
just
there
getting
was some
stuck
heavy
in.
challenges.
Yeah.
There was some cynical challenges.
Professional
There was
fouls.
no leg breakers from us onto them. There could have been a knee breaker for
Yeah, exactly.
for Leonard.
Millie Miley, the 18-year-old
I think
lad.
we got
Yeah.
a few softies that have been watching. That's all I'll say about that, to be honest with you.
I do agree.
And as someone rightly pointed out, Taylor Gardner-Hickman is out as well. I'm not sure what's wrong with him. Hansen's still out. Got players returning back in.
Williamson, Pake.
Pake back in, and you noticed it
Brilliant.
straight away, didn't you? Iwata went off early yesterday. I'm just hoping that he was just safety
Well
guarding
remembered, yes, he did. He did have a little bit of a limp, didn't he, just before the break at half time. Hopefully that's nothing too concerning.
there. Yeah, hopefully, like I say, just like keeping him sort of
I think
ready for
Bielik's
the
position
weekend.
has changed for the foreseeable now, though. It seems as though he's being put in as that
Yeah.
DM role, which he can
He
play.
had
We
a,
do
he had a
know
good
that.
game when he came on.
Yeah, I thought so.
Everyone
Steady.
did. And do you know, we haven't even gone through the goals from last night. We are so all over the place with this one tonight. But I wanted
Well, we
to
spoke
mention
about that. I did speak about Dallas.
Harris's goal.
Do you know? Yeah, I'm really happy for him because I've been critical of Harris, and I think it's very easy to be critical of a player that isn't yours as well. And I think he gets some unfair flack because of that. If that was an Alfie Chang or a George Hall, I guarantee people would be singing their praises.
He's going to
be.
be. He's going to be.
He's going to be a good player.
He's going to
18
be
years
some
of
player.
age. It's just. It's almost that. Oh well, it's not as we're bigging him up for another team. We're developing him for another football
You never
club.
know, though. We might keep hold.
Yeah, got to give him his flowers. Really, he took that goal really well yesterday, and I was happy for him because he's come under.
He
the
could
cosh a
be
bit.
from Fulham. He could be next year's £15 million transfer. How about
Don't know about that.
that? No, he's not another Stano, but he's still half decent, isn't he? So yeah, line up. I'm hoping if it's as it was, and if we've kept everyone fit, that we go with the same sort of starting lineup because it just works really well, doesn't it?
I really
I
thought
was
we would have
amazed that
seen
our
that,
back four was the same.
Yeah,
I thought they would be absolutely shattered after the way they put it in.
especially
for Newcastle.
Cochrane. I thought that
Couple of days off.
Myang Jae would have at least got a cameo or something.
Surprised
But
me. Didn't even come on.
no. Guess he's still settling in. Doesn't want to throw him into the deep end.
He'll be on
yet,
loan in
but-
Belgium before you know it, he will.
I know, yeah, joining Yokoyama, but I'm not too sure exactly who we change around. I suppose depends on Iwata. I'd like to see Taylor Gardner-Hickman feature if he's back from injury. Got a
Keep
couple of days
rotating
off
it.
now.
He
Yeah.
rotated it perfectly yesterday. He got 4-0. A cracking, nice round number, 4-0. Yeah. Well, I'd love that again.
Do you know what? Considering that he hasn't seemed to waver from the Newcastle performance, I wouldn't change it again now, and I'll try and get some consistency in the way that we line up
Yeah,
against
good
these
point.
teams.
Really good point. Yeah,
probably what
and
I'd
just
say.
like we were just bringing players in when we had to, and just letting them just slot nicely into that role, like we all seem to do now, don't we? In our squad, which is really good to see. You know, like so if Laird happens to get a knock, you got TGH that can come in for him, and maybe the new guy. What's his name? The new
Myung
left
Jae.
back. He can slot in for Cochrane if he needs to rest. Yeah, not have to adapt the team too much because if we're getting that nice pattern of play and starting to score a few goals, you want to try and keep that consistency, like you say.
Yeah, we'll see.
Good. So before we go on to predictions, we'll just mention the ref because I like to do that when I do the stats and stuff. And it is Sebastian Stockbridge, who he's given one red this season, and 86 yellows.
In how many games?
22.
What? That can't... Oh, well, no, it probably... Oh, yeah. I don't know what to really respond with when you come up with these referee stats. It's just like...
But we did it with the guy, was it Drysdale?
I don't
The other
know.
one the other day. And do you know what? Credit where it's due. It was one of the better referees, maybe because of how bad there was. The referee and the linesman were at Newcastle, but there you go, it's gone. Just left my system. I don't need to speak about it again.
There you go. Nice. Does that feel good? It's a lot of therapy for you, this, isn't it?
Yeah, I'll never mention it again. It wasn't over the line, though.
Should we do predictions?
Yeah, do you want me to go first this time?
Go on then.
It's Charlton. We want to keep a nice clean sheet, and we're going to do them 3-0.
Right, okay, I thought you was going to say that, yeah.
We're gonna at home, big crowd. Come on, get down there. We're going to be down there this week. 3-0. It will be Alfie May, Stano in open play, and Kishi.
Nice. Okay, I'm going to say 2-1.
Oh, why'd you give him a goal?
Matty Godden will score again. Good player. Then again, no action. I'm going to stick with it. I've said it now. Matty Godden will get a goal for them. And for us, I fancy Iwata to get another perler. And Jay Stansfield will score as well. I'm telling you now. That's what's going to happen. So
What about May? I bet he's injured, you know. Yeah, we'll
I
get everyone
said
saying
this.
that.
I said this.
I hope he's not.
I said it a few weeks ago. Okay, let's just say that he's not injured and he's able to play. I feel as though when Jay Stansfield first came to the club, you can see him putting in a little bit too much, trying too hard. He said as much in one of the interviews, and I think that that's come back again. And he seems to be getting left behind a bit now, which is a shame.
No pressure on the poor bloke.
I love Alfie May,
Yeah.
cracking player. And
This is his time to shine now if you get to game.
I hope so. I really do. But I just, at this current moment in time, if I'm going to be completely brutally honest, I don't fancy him. No, I don't fancy him.
I think handsome.
No, I think he's struggling with his confidence at the moment, which is, and you know, it's one of them, because how do you rectify that? How do you remedy that? You play these players.
I don't think openly he'd be the type of person to struggle with confidence. But I'm not saying he doesn't get in a rut. I think he'd just be time will pass and I'll find my shooting boots again. I think that would be his attitude.
Yes, absolutely.
And that's going to come good Saturday.
I hope you are right. I think that rounds us off, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, leave your comments down below, guys, if you've got any ideas. Sorry it's been a bit mismatch. We've got some stats that we've used, but we've sort of just come out and done it ad hoc today because we wanted to try and cover both. And just apologise for not vlogging, but I'll get down there, I'll vlog it the weekend and try and get some action for you. Try and keep the goals going as well in there, like we managed to always get. That was by accident when we started doing that, wasn't it?
I know, yeah, it was Bolton, wasn't it?
Yeah, just like started filming, got it, and then like we put it out there, and it's like, we like this.
Yeah.
It's really
right
good.
then. Well, as always, if you do like this and you're not subscribed, please do be sure to hit that subscribe button down below to get more of our content. And let us know in the comments what you think about this weekend, how we're going to get on. Be sure to let us know. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching and tuning in and leaving your comments. As always, until the next time, see you later.